So just wanted to welcome DIMI Mascarenhas to the EXV team, and obviously on the Zoom chat with Scott, Matt and myself. DIMI, ex-England, ex-Hampshire all-rounder cricket, IPL player, and New Zealand, a stint out there as well, but currently putting down roots in Australia. But absolute pleasure to have DIMI join the team, and obviously a keen golfer, as we'll all find out. But thanks for joining us, DIMI. Obviously early morning over there, but yeah, how's life in Oz?
No, thanks very much for having me. Look, life in Oz is great. The weather's good, and there's always time for golf. So it's an amazing golf course. I was very lucky to come to Melbourne actually, because yeah, there's some of the best in the world around here. So it's yeah, it's been fun, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Who's this fella in the corner down there?
Hey, sis, how are you?
You got a lot more hair than the last time I saw you, Dim.
I know. It's lockdown, isn't it? COVID. I just thought, well, why not? I've just grown it, and it's just gone crazy.
I've never seen you that long. Amazing.
No, I've never grown it this long before, ever. So
brilliant.
I know.
Good to see
you well, mate?
I'm very good, thanks, mate. Very good. Even better when the golf course is open on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, so things are starting to open up again, are they over there? Just
about to, yeah. Although I did have a sneaky little go down the Southampton Municipal driving range this afternoon.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Did you climb over the fence and take your own balls?
Take my own balls, yeah. I had a big bucket of about 400 balls in my back garden, so I took the whole bucket up there and I hit about 100 balls, and I couldn't be asked to go and pick them up, so I just left.
See, that is footballers for you. That is a typically football story. If there's any rugby players out there now, they'll be picking those balls up.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered.
Well, Blandy would be out there picking them all up, wouldn't he? Because they probably came from him in the first place.
Well, we had a couple that were in the trees, yeah, over the weekend.
Hey, can we just say congratulations to Blandy for the weekend, by the way?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I tell you what, he actually played his best golf when he was in the clubhouse, because he was something like 6th when he finished, and by the time he finished, he was 2nd. Yeah, so that's not bad, is it?
Sat there making money while doing nothing.
Ching ching. Thank you very much. I'll have another one of them. Thank you very much.
That was awesome. That gave him a great lot of confidence, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple of good tournaments down there, isn't he?
Yeah.
And from the story a couple of weeks ago, it officially made Matt a European golf runner-up.
Yeah,
on his CV.
Yeah, well, if he beats Blandy, Blandy comes 2nd.
Exactly.
You might as well win the competition in South Africa.
Well, if I've beaten Blandy and he's come 2nd, that means I'm better than him. So I've actually won a tournament, surely.
Exactly. True. That's the way sport works.
Yeah.
So DIMI, did you ever get out and play golf with Matt when you were down? So obviously I know you sort of, or did you get him down playing a bit of cricket?
I've played cricket against him.
Yeah, we've definitely played cricket.
I think we've played in a few golf days, the same golf days, but I don't think we've ever been on the same team.
No, I was just about to say I think we've played in plenty of golf days together, but not in the same group. So, but yeah, they're always fun. They're great fun, and how good's golf?
What's your handicap these days, Dim?
5.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been going okay actually over the last few years. It's come down a fair bit. Yeah. So
are you playing at Royal Melbourne?
I have played a couple of times. It's pretty hard to get on at Royal Melbourne. Yeah, only the big wigs can get on there. Even if you're a cricket legend. Actually, yeah, I jump on the coattails of Warney and still can't get on there. we can get on everywhere else, just not Royal Melbourne.
Wow,
that's one of the hardest courses I've ever played.
Yeah, it's a really nice course, isn't it? Like even all the pros that come and play there, just the one where the recent President's Cup, they just said it was just amazing. They loved it.
Yeah,
It
was,
we played there in 2013, and it's not a long course, is it? It's not, you know, it's a ridiculously long course, but the greens are so quick. They're so quick, and if they don't water them, you literally can't. You can't shoot for the green, because if you hit the green, it's gone. It's got, you know, you've got no chance. So we would just get it to the green and then like 4-putt in, because it was like lightning, absolutely like lightning. It was brilliant. And the caddy said halfway down, he said, "This is Ernie Els' favourite course in the world." I said, "Oh, fair enough." And then as we went for a couple of beers then into the bar, it had course record held by
Ernie Els.
There
59.
you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
59
go, no
round
wonder.
there.
Wow.
Unbelievable, brilliant.
But you're playing off 5 then, yeah?
Yeah, 5 at the moment.
Timmy, did that change because of the world handicap system?
No, it didn't change at all, really, mine.
Did it not?
No. So I stayed pretty much the same.
Lucky you.
So,
I got nicked 2 shots.
Have you got
really?
2? I've gone down 1. What about you, Scott?
I've gone up 5.
That doesn't surprise me. I played golf with you once.
I can't wait. I'm going to put another shit 20 rounds in, and hopefully I'll be playing off 17 and winning things again.
You'll be winning all sorts.
Oh, yeah, it was enjoyable times then, wasn't it? It was nice when you were winning. Then you play off 8, and it's hard work.
Yeah. Mind you've had a bad knee as well, haven't you? Not been able to spin the club properly.
My knees be bad, shoulders sore, back's a bit stiff. So probably I should play off 18.
How old are you? 61?
Me? Well, no, I'm only 48, but I play this sport. I get beaten shit out of every week, right? You know what I mean? I didn't give it that, and I didn't give it that, and I didn't give it all that. I give it the same. I have to do that all the time. Yeah. So how's the? Are you still playing, Dimmy? Are you still playing a bit out there?
Yeah, so the golf courses have been open for the last probably 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. So yeah, started to get out again, and actually played a game with Warnie the other day at a course, Yarra Yarra, which is pretty
so
easy.
Good. They named it twice.
Yeah, it's unfortunately the members there complained about being it too hard. So the last year or so they've taken a lot of trees out. So it's quite open. It's quite open.
And did you take Warnie's money off him?
Well, I beat Warnie, but the other lad that we played with, Aaron Hamill, he actually won all the money. He's a 19 handicapper, and yeah, he took the lot.
Oh.
So.
Wow.
I know. I got 38 points and still lost. So.
Oh.
Bloody hell.
38 points off 5 when you still lost. I want to be that 18 handicapper.
I know.
I'm working my way. I changed my grip last year, and I've gone from 8 handicapper now to 15. It's totally changed my game. It's shit now. Terrible.
What's the strongest part of your game, Dim?
Well, if you'd asked me that probably a year ago, I would have said driving, but I don't know what's happening with it at the moment. But usually the driver. Yeah, usually the driver. The worst part is definitely chipping and putting, but that's what I've been practicing the most. So it's sort of up and down. If I putt well, I play well pretty much. That's what happens. If I don't.
Yeah, I definitely, when we had our lockdown in March, I did a lot of 10, 15 yard chipping in the back garden. And the improvement was incredible after being out there for an hour a day, every day for like 6 weeks. And then I went back to the golf course and I was just up and down in everything. It was great.
Matt, I beat your house. You could do driving in your back garden.
That's not true.
Oh, I'm telling you.
By the way, since then, we've had to put an extension on the side of the house because mother-in-law's moving in, and she's nicked about 5 yards of my chipping room.
Oh no!
I'm gonna have a very good short game now.
I tell you what, you'll have a good up and over game because you could actually you'd have to chip over the top of it.
I think I might have to, yeah.
Like Phil Mickelson. Stay there. Whap.
And out through the window, you could be playing through.
I know. Well, they always say, don't they, the short game, the most important. Obviously I played a little bit with Warney, and because my short game's so bad, he stopped all gimmies. We've just put everything in the hole now. No gimmies.
Oh, really?
We put it in. Yeah. So,
That's tough.
which is it's actually helped me though, because it makes me concentrate on the little ones. But yeah, no gimmies anymore. So it's not too much fun sometimes.
And you'll like it at Stoneham from Wednesday then, because we've just had an email telling us that we should be encouraging gimmies so that people don't touch the flag to catch Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not from 20 yards.
Is it what?
Not from 20 yards.
Yeah, that don't count, does it?
That's all right, isn't it?
Anywhere on the green.
Does Warney put you off? Does he stand there, right? And when the sun is facing him and you're about to take your putt, does he smile and does he put you off?
I tell you what, there's a lot of
there.
There's a lot of banter when you play with him. That's for sure. He's competitive as ever. It doesn't matter, what handicap you're off. There's always a 25, 30-minute argument on the first tee working out everyone's handicaps. That's what it is. It doesn't matter what your official handicap says. It's what Wardy tells you are.
All right. So that's the international slope plus. It's like slope plus Warney, whatever he wants to calculate it as. Yeah.
So is it the same? All new cricket is the same on the rugby pitch, on the golf course. Is there still sledging?
Yeah, plenty.
Oh, come on, give us your top couple of sledges on golf course.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of not so much sledging. It's more banter. So the old when you're just about to take your backswing, he'll rip his glove. So there'll be a noise. He'll drop his club on the floor when you're just trying to putt. Oh, sorry about that. All the sniffing, just all that little stuff.
As long as he takes it back, though, as long as he's as good at sort of receiving as he is giving it out, then it's all right. It's quite good fun.
Yeah. I quite like the dropping the club just in the backswing. That's a good one. That's made me laugh quite a lot.
You're not suggesting Warney's a good receiver, are you?
I couldn't possibly comment.
That's a bit hard. I sold my ass to that man many years ago.
I remember playing one time with a guy, quite a famous sort of international singer, but I won't mention his name, but at the top of his backswing there was this almighty fart, and like literally everyone looked around as if who was that, and he like just carried on his swing, and it actually turned out it was him. And I thought, I was looking around, I'm thinking, someone's going to be in trouble.
Was it Bruce Springsteen?
Give us a clue.
Was it Freddie Mercury?
Give us a song.
Was it Sting? I'm going to go through all of them until we get it.
No, but no. Actually, we've played a bit, Scott and Matt, but we haven't really sort of engaged in much real sledging, or the banter where like top of the backswing. I'm not sure whether that would go down too well, would it? Well,
I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I like to play golf properly and actually treat the game with a bit of respect. Do you know what I mean? If I'm going to win, I want to win fairly.
Yeah.
You better make sure that if it's right to the top of my backswing, you're not standing too close.
I think you'd have to have a very good relationship with the person you're playing with if you're going to do that, aren't you? I mean, I've got a few mates of mine. I probably still wouldn't even do it with them.
Yeah, one of my mates who I play with on a regular basis at Stoneham, honestly, he could hear a butterfly land from 20 yards away.
Goody.
And he'll glare at you. He will glare, and he'll hit a bad shot, and it will be your fault, even though you've made no noise whatsoever.
I don't get it, see, because we've all played sport where it's noisy and it's like when you're running in for it with the bowl, it's ooh, you know what I mean? Or when you're there, the ball's coming over there, you know what I mean? Or people are chanting at you, and it's fantastic. So when you stand over a putt and somebody says something 20 yards away, I don't hear it anyway.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, somebody could probably try to take me out, and I'd still be thinking, it's quite a good excuse then you missed the putt. But you know what I mean? I just don't hear it. So when the professionals do it, and like somebody takes a photo with their camera phone or whatever, and they all turn around and they go, "Can't believe you're doing that." You're thinking, really?
Imagine that. Imagine that if I was at Old Trafford just about to take a penalty, and I'm stood there going, "Quiet! I've got to take the penalty."
I'm sure all the Man U fans would have complied. They would have been very quiet. Of course,
sure,
they would.
yeah, absolutely. Well, we never got penalties at Old Trafford, so I don't know why I picked that ground.
But the equivalent is, though, they don't even do it themselves. They get their caddy to do it. So can you imagine, you're just about to take the penalty, you stop and you call the water boy over and you go, "Shut up." You know what I mean? Like, you're telling the hey, wicketkeeper, tell him to shut up.
No pictures.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Brilliant. And then you see them in Phoenix on, is it 16 on the 16th hole in Phoenix?
Yeah,
but the players love it, don't they? They get into that amphitheatre, they play that par 3, and it is loud and it's shouting, and they play just as well. And you just think, so, so sometimes it'd be great.
I thought it was brilliant at the Ryder Cup when was it Bubba Watson that got the crowd going first? Yeah. And then Poulter just encouraged it, and that atmosphere around the first tee was as good as I've ever seen. It was just brilliant, pure theatre. It was great.
The best chant I ever heard at the Ryder Cup, 2010. They were coming down. It was early in the morning. It was a bit wet, and they'd been there for a while. And the crowd were around the first tee. And as they walked on, "There's only 2 Molinaris. There's only 2 Molinaris."
Of course, they were both playing, weren't they?
It was absolutely brilliant. It was fantastic.
Do you get any sort of celeb pro-ams out there? Dimi, is that much of a scene over there?
Yeah, there's quite a lot actually, especially during the summer. So when they'll be coming up now, actually, all the tournaments that they have, the PGAs over here, they'll always have like the practice round and the pro-ams, and so obviously Warnie plays in all of them, like he loves it. But yeah, they move the tournaments around a bit. So usually you'll probably have one in Melbourne and then Sydney and Gold Coast as well, because they've got some nice ones in Queensland as well. But yeah, there's enough of them, and obviously everyone, mate, it's worldwide, isn't it? Everyone loves to play in those and get out there, and so they're good fun.
I played in one in Perth because I caddied for Blandy in the Heineken Classic.
I remember that.
And so I got to play in the Pro-Am on the Wednesday. I played with Craig Parry and a couple of Aussie rules footballers. Jesus, they could give it a stripe.
No, really? Can you remember who you played with?
They were out driving Craig Parry. I can't remember the guys' names, the Aussie rules guys' names, but Parry was good fun to play with.
Yeah, that was at Lake Carrinup, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah, Lake Carrinup. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stayed with Mullally. Me and Blandy stayed at Alan Mullally's house for the week. It was great fun.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in Perth during that tournament.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, so that's when I used to go back to Perth. Yeah.
Shocking.
No, couldn't get a word in with Mullally there.
Hey, I tell you what, though.
Trials and tribulations, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going through a tough time, I think.
Do you still speak to him at all or not?
I haven't for a while, not for a number of years actually.
Yeah. I think he went off the rails a bit, didn't he?
Yeah. I do hear bits from Paul Terry, because Paul Terry's
He's still there,
yeah. So he's still there. So I still hear secondhand info about how he's getting on. So he's not. Well, I'm not sure if he's on the mend or not, but he's not as bad as he was.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So what are the courses, Tim? Apart from the Yarra one, what are the other courses in Melbourne that if I come down there, I should play?
Oh, you have to play Kingston Heath. Beautiful course. Yeah, just amazing. Like everyone says, people either say Royal Melbourne's the best or Kingston Heath's the best.
Okay.
But yeah, the rest are still spectacular. Victoria Golf Club, where they've had plenty of tournaments as well. The National, they've got 3 courses down there at the National. So that's where I'm a member, at the National.
Lovely.
just beautiful courses.
Would you have a favourite out of the three, or are they all equally as good?
Yeah, see, I'm not really a favourite type of guy. I'm just like, I love it. One, yeah, like the old course, which everyone says is the best, is the hardest.
Okay.
So that's, yeah, we try to probably play that one the most because it's probably the toughest course, and it's just beautiful. It's down on the bay, right down south, and it's just beautiful views, and yeah, it can get really hard when the wind's up down there. So it's always windy down there.
Is that cliff top? Is that a cliff top, or is it parkland, or is it actually sort of almost like links?
Yeah, so it's like a links course. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's always windy. To get it on a.
I didn't know Australia had beaches.
One or two.
They got a couple.
Yeah, there's a few around.
If we get the flight tomorrow, we could probably get down there by 4 days' time, could we? We could have a knock in the sun.
Good luck getting a flight.
Qantas won't let you on unless you've been vaccinated.
I have. I had a BCG when I was 16. I've still got a scar there somewhere. Can I just ask you, because I love cricket. It's one of my favourite sports. What's it like playing the IPL?
Yeah, IPL was amazing, absolutely amazing. I was lucky enough to play the first 3 years, and then another 2 years a bit later on. But the first two that I played, just the atmosphere, it was really sold as a party, and it really was. Like every night there was parties going on. The second year was in South Africa, which was spectacular. Got to spend a bit of time there, which was awesome. And you get to you're playing with some of the best players in the world, with and against some of the best players in the world. So that was a real thrill. I was lucky. I'd played a few internationals, so in and around that time. So pretty lucky. But for guys who hadn't, and to get into the IPL was just was crazy. Like some of the stadiums, there might only be 20 or 25,000 there, but it feels like there's 70,000 there. The way that they just cheer the whole time, non-stop, and it's pretty spectacular. It's amazing. It's amazing to be.
The atmospheres are incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, but also the cricket now. Even back then, the standard was really good, and even to this day, it's probably even better. The standard just keeps climbing, and you see these amazing young Indians just come out of nowhere and awesome players, and you think, and I think that's one of the best things about the IPL. It just brings these young Indians out of the woodwork and that no one's ever seen before, and all of a sudden they're dominating IPL and they go on and be superstars for India, which is I love seeing it. Yeah.
It's amazing. I think we all know the bowlers and the batters, and you know what I mean. Just incredible. Smith had 2 tens in with 62 ball tens the last couple of games for Australia. But I think the IPL, the standard, I think the fielding has been immense, especially with no crowd in Dubai. And then, but some of the fielding and the techniques they use in the fielding now are just outrageous.
Yeah, that's another part of the game that's improved out of sight. India were renowned, 10, 15 years ago to not being great at fielding, but now they're comfortably one of the best teams. And with Jadeja, he's probably top 2 or 3 fielders in the world. So they've got they got a lot coming through again, and they just do some ridiculous things. There's no way in the world I could have done any of the stuff that they're doing now. It's just crazy.
I love the ingenuity of the batsmen, all the new shots that have come into the game. I just think it's been amazing the way that batsmen have adapted their styles just to find different areas of the pitch to score runs in. I found that brilliant.
Yeah, well, it's the new phrase now when you talk about a batter is he scores 360.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, That never happened in my day. You never even heard those words. It's like, what? 360? No one's hitting the ball over there, and now they just do it for fun, and they do it from ball one, which is like you say, it's just brilliant. It's brilliant to watch, isn't it? Do you think
it's fair to say that because of that, and because of obviously the T20 as well, but from the IPL originally, was that you get these young players, as you mentioned, the youngsters coming through, that they're almost like a fearless type of batsman. And when I say fearless, I mean the Test batsman would have been fearless in terms of, you know, the resilience against the bouncers and the ball and all that sort of stuff. But the it seems that all the young players that come through now, they're just fearless of playing shots because they know it's, you know, if they get out, then they've got a limited amount of time anyway, really. But they just have that freedom to play the shots.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely do. They are fearless, but also in terms of they're not always playing for their spot. So there's always another game because in these tournaments, the games come thick and fast. So it's like you go to game in 2 days, you go to game in 2 days. So you know that, you know, if your coach is giving you that leeway to go and play that way, that you know you've got at least 3-4 games before, you know, if you get 4 games of nothing, then you might be struggling. But if, you know, if you have one good score in those, mate, then you can just be away. But you need that freedom to be able to play that way as well. Yeah. You need the support from the coach and the staff to say, go play that way. We're going to back you from your team. We're going to back you and we're going to give you opportunities to play. So that's the other reason why the young guys go, because they do get a lot of opportunities.
I think Owen Morgan as a captain has allowed him to do that as well for England, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's probably the best international captain going around. He's grown so much as a person, as a captain, and obviously as a player. He's still doing it. I was lucky. I played with Morgs, you know, in his debut in the one-day stuff. So in his early stuff, I was still playing when he came in, and yeah, he's an absolute star. And I think you know, pretty much single-handedly, along with Trevor Bayliss, I reckon he was, you know, the catalyst to change the way England played one-day cricket.
Okay.
And the Super Over. England and Wales Cricket Board, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Correct.
Yeah, England and Wales Cricket Board. Thank you very much.
You jump on that bandwagon, Sunshine.
Oh, hey, we've got a vote down here. It should be Wales and England Cricket Board. Just saying. Remember Robert Croft? Brilliant.
Yeah. Is he the most recent cricketer to play for England? Welshman?
I think so.
Simon Jones?
Georgie, yes. Yeah, but they wrote the time. Yeah, Georgie, that 05 after Ashes, wasn't it?
Yeah. What a star. What a star he was. Yeah. Champion guy.
He was quick, wasn't he?
Very quick, yeah.
Hey, Tim, did you see did you follow obviously the 100 competition that was going to be over here had it not been for COVID? Do you think that could be a success, and what is going to be the big difference in that?
Yeah, I think it will. I think it's not going to be a lot different to T20. You know, it's 20 balls less, so all that's going to happen is people are going to go a bit harder, if that's possible. But yeah, I'd love to see it actually, because it'll be interesting to see how you can bowl your 5 and your 10 balls. So, for instance, the Welsh team got stuck. So, you know, theoretically, he could bowl the first 10 balls of the innings with a brand new ball, and then the last 10 balls of the innings from round the wicket, like reversing it away. So you got to try and score before those. I know he didn't bowl very well recently, but you know, he's an absolute star, and like trying to face 20 balls with a brand spanker and then at the end against him is going to be difficult. So
explain to me, is it 10 ball overs?
No, so there's not even overs. I think you can bowl 5 or 10 or anywhere, somewhere in between. The maximum you can bowl is 20 balls.
Oh, is it?
Each bowler, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I think they're not even calling them overs. So I haven't delved right into the rules yet, but I probably should have, since I'm going to be assistant coach with Warnie at the London Spirit. It's a while away.
In control of counting.
Which team are you going to be involved with, Tim?
London Spirit. So at Lords.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, was that when you said you'd be coming over in the summer?
Yeah, so I'm with Middlesex for the T20s as the bowling coach, and
been
then
a couple of years, haven't you?
Yeah, so I did. Yep. Yeah, so Middlesex, which has been good, and then so I'm at Lords I'll be at Lords for 3 months next summer.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Yeah.
You don't have time for any golf?
We'll have lots of time for golf. Lots of time. No,
they've only got 100 balls to bowl, for God's sake. They've got plenty of time to do everything. And if they bowl first, you can go.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty about T20, because especially when we have night games, we play at the morning of the game. So
What do you think, Tim? Why do you think with T20 being so successful that they've tweaked it a little bit? Was it losing its appeal, or what was the reason for that, do you think?
No, I don't know. I think the ECB I think it's about cash, isn't it? They just fancy a new tournament, see if we can make. I think that they've tried to go for a new audience again, but I think the T20 has brought that anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see it being too much different.
No, look, I don't mind. I'm not a huge traditionalist. I don't mind a bit of change. So yeah, let's try it. And if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. It's like a tournament.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's just put it this way, right? Cricketers have got different, fans of cricket. The 5-dayers are your real pissheads. The ones that can go all day, every day for 5 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you got your 50 overs where you think you can drink, but you can't really, because you can do 10 hours. And then you got your new drinkers coming in, or your lightweights. You probably got your T20s who have a couple of pints and have to go. And then you got your shandy asses can watch 100. You know what I mean? Probably drink lager top. You know what I mean? So it's just the different fans you get in. The different grades of drinking.
Is that frowned upon when you order a lager top?
Lager tops? That's like a cocktail down in Wales. You get kicked out of rugby clubs for a lager top. Wow.
You get kicked out at 6 o'clock anyway, aren't you?
Oh, I tell us, and in Wales, you don't even, pubs are opening on Friday, you don't know how to sell drinks.
What?
No beer, no wine, no alcohol, but they're open till 6.
Yeah, nice carvery though.
Oh, lovely carvery. And you can get a lager soup to start. Oh, this isn't too bad. It's mad, isn't it? It's
shocking.
Mad.
Shocking.
See, I worked this out the other day because a friend of mine drinks. Actually, it was Jimmy Anderson, right? We were playing the Celtic Manor. We were playing the Celebrity Cup year before, last year, and he was drinking lager tops. I said, "What are you drinking lager tops for?" He said, "They'll give you a hangover." I said, "You know why?" He said, "No." I said, "For every 10 pints you have, one is actually lemonade."
Yeah, because you can't get drunk on 9 pints, can you? That's madness.
Just saying, if you have 10 pints of lager, too, you're doing well. You have 10 pints of lager top, you've actually only had 9.
Yeah, it depends how big the top is, though. When I was at Essex, the Essex boys were drinking big ones. It's like this much in the top. It's like that's not a proper beer.
Asses.
Yeah,
shandies.
I agree. Talk to me about James Botham. How did he go in his 2 games so far?
He's done really well. He's done really well, because he come in, a lot of pressure. He's come in and he's defended really, really well. I think he's going to grow into that position. But the first, I worked for Amazon Prime, and the first game against Georgia he played, I was there, and they looked like they'd set out in the middle of the pitch a wicket. And I said they must have thought the wrong ball was coming down the plane, but it wasn't. They'd actually sprayed the sign on the middle of the pitch, and because it was raining, they didn't want to get it wet. So then they took it off. I thought, all right. I thought they got the wrong Bothams coming down here. But I tell you what, I saw Beefy on TV the other day, and he was incredible. And Leah. Liam was a great man, brilliant player for Newcastle. He played for Cardiff Blues, and brilliant player. And for James to come through now and play for Wales, absolutely delighted. And he's only going to get better. And he's been good in fairness to him. He's a hard, when you see Beefy, you think he'd be a back rower, and his grandson's a back rower. You know what I mean? Good boy.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
That's when you're getting old. When one of your heroes' grandson is playing international sport.
Yeah. Jesus, isn't it? I know it's pretty special, isn't it? Because I my first year at Hampshire, I lived with Liam.
I remember that.
Yeah. So I lived with Liam. So his first year, his last year, and my first year. So we were lived with him, and we were really close. So it was amazing.
He's good man.
Games. Yeah, really good.
Oh, fantastic.
That's much better. That's much better than me living with Blandy.
Yeah, but you get free golf balls. You can take down the driving range and just leave there.
That's true. That is very true. I haven't bought many golf balls down the years, I must admit. Or gloves.
No.
So, Dimmy, or Freewoods for that matter.
I just asked sort of career highlights. What sort of stands out in your mind? What's your when you think back, sort of key moments, maybe first opening match, first match for Hampshire, maybe things like that, or even when you were younger, back starting out as a kid, and any sort of memorable things that come to mind?
Yeah. For me, it was always the trophies. Obviously, first game for Hampshire was pretty special. Because I did okay as well. I got 6 wickets and got 3 wickets in the second innings. But the trophies, it took us a long time. I started in '96, and then we won our first trophy in 2005. So we went a long time without much success. So to finally break through and win a trophy with your mates was That's what I play for. So just winning the trophies, and then to be successful in the next few years was great. Winning the trophies, 2010, 9, 10, 11 finals days, then 12 again. So it was, we got pretty lucky, and to win with your mates, I think there's nothing better. Nothing better than winning trophies, whether you do well or not in those actual games. It's the culmination of everything, the hard work over the years, and to finally get some reward was really satisfying. The England thing was good. I loved every minute of it. Everyone always says, "Well, the 5 6s." Well, you got to talk about that. And yeah, absolutely. How can I not? Anyone who knows me knows that I hit 5 6s against Yuvraj, in cricket. So obviously that's pretty special. Like still a English record today in one-day cricket, most runs in and over. So yeah, absolutely, I'll take that. And it is special, but it's not the most special. Yeah.
I suppose it's the years. You play with a team for years, and you grow together, and you have your ups and downs, and then when you actually get to pick that trophy up above your head, and you got to give it a kiss. It's the culmination of everything, and it's not just the 11 guys on the field. It's not just the squad of 20.
Yeah.
It's all the players that have been before as well. That's what I love about it.
Yeah. No, it's so true. It is because so many of the guys that I played with from '96 to 2004, they never, even some in 2005 who weren't there on the day and didn't get to play. So it's as you say, there's a lot that goes before it, and the coaching and the support as well. So it's it is pretty special once you get there. And some of the guys that I played with, like the new, well, they're not new anymore, but the Vinces and Dawsons and Woods, they all won trophies in their first year, won trophies in their second year, won trophies in their third year. So they were just like, well, this is the norm.
Right.
So that they got pretty lucky, and they're all 30. They're all in their 30s now, those young kids, but doing amazing stuff. They've been doing brilliantly.
Yeah. Wood's quick. Wood's been sharp, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been really good in the white ball stuff. Doesn't play too much of the long form, but yeah, he's been they're every game for the white ball stuff for the last 10 years. So, well,
You've been
same with
brilliant.
Vince and Dawson as well. They've had stints with England as well. So it's pretty nice to watch, to see these young guys come through and have opportunities and play for England and do well, especially Vincey. Look, he's a star. He's a proper player.
What about
But
Sean Irvine?
what do you think of Broad and Anderson? To go that long and take that many 500 wickets to 600 wickets, it's just incredible. The longevity of those two boys. I suppose it's British Shandy pays off. I suppose I would probably British Shandy does pay off.
Yeah, it is pretty special, and as you say, it's pretty amazing to think that they're the number 1 and 2 in England. Like, they're the best ever, and like, who would have thought? Like Matt was talking about Beefy earlier, like he's your idol, well, most people's idols in England, and it's just like how have people actually gone past him? Like, he's comfortably the best ever, and now we got 2 who are still playing and are going to keep going, and
incredible.
It is incredible. They're remarkable to keep that same standard for so long is a testament to how hard those boys work.
Hey, you probably don't even remember, Dim, but in 2005 when you boys won at Lords, I actually got to understand what it was like to win a trophy because I was in the changing room with the boys.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah.
And people go, you don't know what it's like to win a trophy. Well, I do, because I saw the Hampshire boys celebrating.
I'm not being funny, right?
There with Mitchell.
That is worse than John Terry. That is worse than John Terry. That is the worst story. At least he was a part of the club. And it was the same sport.
That was some atmosphere that day, though. Up in that, seeing the boys come in, brilliant.
I know, wasn't it? It was a proper party. We'd waited.
What was that song? You had a team song, Dimmy. Do you remember it?
I don't. I think that I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they still sing it now.
I think they do. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they still sing the same song. Yeah. No, I can't.
Still pick the rod?
Yep. So I'm still in touch with all the guys, especially like when I go over. But from here, I'm actually in touch with more of the young guys. So Vince and Dawson, Wood, still Briggsy as well.
Yeah,
I know he's just moved again to Warwickshire, but yeah, still in touch with those young kids. So it's it's pretty good. Yeah, so I'll definitely catch up with all of them when we're over there, because obviously Middlesex and Hampshire are in the same group as well. So
cool.
Get to see them a few times, which is nice, and it's not far. Big Tremlett, saw him when I was over last time. Yeah,
right.
Jesus,
is he not
he's a big lad, isn't he?
I know, he's going for Mr. Universe, isn't he? Mr. Olympia. He's going to take the title. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. Yeah.
So was you getting some golfing then, way back in those days when you was over in Hampshire?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Played lots. Yeah, we played a lot at Stoneham in my time, and we used to love getting down to Remedy Oak.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Stoneham's changed quite a bit, Dim, the last few years.
Has it really?
Yeah, I don't know how many years ago it was you've played it, but there's been a lot of work gone on there.
It's because Matt was tearing it up, you see. He was just shooting lower and lower, and they thought, we've got to do something about this. This is no good. Let the harden it up.
I think it was Blandy kept rocking around there in like 62, and they thought, this is getting a bit too easy. We better make this harder.
Oh, really? So what have they done to it?
Well, it's been going on for about 2 or 3 years. But we've got a brand new driving range, brand new chipping area. The chipping area is brilliant with a couple of bunkers in. The new driving range will be ready with covered bays next summer. But you wouldn't believe the amount of landfill that it's taken. They've literally lifted it up about 10 or 15 meters. So now the back of the 17th green now, which used to be just this little gradient up to where the driving range was, it's now this massive mountain at the back of the green, and it just frames the green beautifully. It's really nice. And the 18th, you won't recognise the 18th the next time you play it. Yeah. because it's just there's just been so much work done to it. But if you come in the summer and you get a chance to come down, you must come and play it.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be doing that. I know, is Tim Tremlett still down at Stoneham?
Yes, Troops is still down there. Yeah, still
Troops
in the clubhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. So he loves it. So I know he's still down there, and he's always keen for a game. No, I'm definitely keen to. Pretty lucky to be able to play at Stoneham. They looked after us really well because, you know, obviously we weren't members or anything, and you know, to allow us to come and play was great of them. They did look after us. So
yeah,
no,
Troops
love to play there.
He was the club captain not so long ago.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he had a year as a skipper. Yeah, loved it.
I was going to say he would have loved that.
Yeah, that's right up his street, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys think of the announcement of the European Tour and US Tour combining? Obviously, sort of one step closer to like the World Tour. I mean, it's you know, I'm pretty excited by it because it kind of, in sporting context, it's almost like the logical step, really. You know, in terms of like the tennis, the World Tour, and you know, and obviously cricket is they're you know, all the different formats are making it more universal. You know, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my big thought is that Americans leaving America. not many do that. They have to get passports and everything.
Be interesting.
I don't know. It all depends on how many events, I guess, are going to be world events, and because I quite enjoy having two really big tours, or you know, decent sized tours, and seeing different players on different sides of the pond. I just worry that if they have all these world events, that everyone will kind of flock towards those, and then there'll be some second-rate ones, and it'll be kind of, instead of having two good tours, you'll have one really good one, and then a really bad one over here.
Well, you may, if they combine, you know, they become one entity, you may lose half the golfers in the world, professional golfers, because you know it'd be harder to get to. You know, they may have like the Sunshine Tour, they may have a couple of tours underneath, but if they're combining probably to make, you know, the big Rolex series even bigger, then my only worry is the fact that where do these young golfers play their trade? Where do they get 40, 50 tournaments under their belt before they actually, you know, win in some of them?
Yeah, because the other thing is you want to see the big players, like Matt said, you want to see the big players, and now the big names, they you know, plan to play all the big tournaments. If you know they miss the odd one here and there, and then if these are the only big ones, then you won't see them in any other ones.
Unless they're going to make them all big, they're going to have 30 tournaments around the world and make them all big. You know, and because I think
that's the other option.
It's a wraparound season now. The golfers, you know, they got to have some life as well. I know they get paid a lot of money for it, but you know, there's some of those golfers. I suppose it's when the kids are in school. It's very difficult then to play all year round, isn't it?
I know they make a lot of money, but some of them don't make a lot of money because they missed the cut.
Oh, you know, yeah.
Well, wasn't it Rory that kicked back against the? There was a suggestion of the Golf League, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And he said that he didn't want to be playing like being told he had to play. He wanted to keep his schedule
fluid,
more open and fluid. Yeah, so maybe that'll also have an effect. I think also because I was thinking about the events they have in Australia, because obviously you got is it the PGA of Australia? Is that when you have like the bigger tournaments out there? Is that who runs it? So I was wondering whether that would make room for any more sort of co-sanctioned events out there, but I don't know. You sort of worry that they'll maybe just concentrate on like America, Europe, and Dubai. I don't know.
Yeah, the hard thing with here is they just because it's so far away, so they don't like coming just for one tournament. If they're going to do one in Asia or China or probably not China, but you know, Malaysia, Hong Kong, if they're doing one on the way, it suits them better. But yeah, you get one or two of the big names coming, but not all. You don't get a lot of them, especially the Americans. They don't come here very often.
There was a mate of mine used to fit the players with their clubs, and he was a European fitter, so he fitted the European tour for TaylorMade, and he said to me, I said, can I have a fitter next week? Oh, he said, this was on a Thursday. He said, I'm away the weekend. He said, I won't be back till next Thursday. I said, oh, are you off then? He said, oh, I've got to fit in. I said, oh, well, are you off to Spain or something? No. He said, I'm going to Perth. Because the European tour, he had to go and fit out Monday and Tuesday in Perth. So he flew on Saturday, arrived Sunday, fitted Monday, Tuesday, was home Wednesday night. Now that's a commute. I went to Glasgow the weekend. I drove over back, and I'm knackered now.
I thought the border was closed in Scotland. I thought you weren't allowed in.
With this space,
I suppose,
and I had a letter.
Did you? Were you working? Were you a key worker?
I was a key worker. I was working. Yeah.
Well, you're a locksmith.
I was working on the France-Fiji game. France-Italy game. So I go back to Edinburgh this weekend, and I'm working on Georgia, Fiji this weekend. I'm glad I didn't get pulled over by the police fine, because I had two golf bags in my back of my car. He wouldn't have believed I was working.
Did you?
I'm a +4 zone.
So, hey, Scott, you said when we last spoke, you said you was going to get your Christmas tree up ready for this one, but has that come to fruition? You managed it?
No, I haven't. Yeah, sorry. Oh, look at that.
That's what you got to be. Please. Come on.
That's a bit. I know. I have next weekend, family.
And the snowman out the front.
Oh, look at that. That's amazing. I have genuinely got snowman envy. I've got Alec Jones singing in my ear now. Flying through the air. That was him after obviously his balls had dropped down.
What about over there, Dimmy? Do you get all festive? Scott's, as we found out last time, Scott loves Christmas. I love it as well. Matt does as well. Are you the whole? Obviously, you've got young boys. They must love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the two boys who are, Santa mad. They were writing their Santa list, so they definitely, they get spoiled properly. So yeah, absolutely love the whole Christmas. It's a lot different here. Like I said earlier, I only managed one winter in England in all my time, and that was pretty special actually. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was good fun until Christmas, and then after Christmas, it was probably the hardest 3 months I've ever done in my life. what are just waiting for cricket to start. They're 9 and 6 now.
Nice.
Yeah. So Lenny's 9, Viv's 6, and
brilliant ages for Christmas.
Yeah, perfect. It's as you can imagine, it's Christmas mornings is it's the best time of year when you got kids that age. It's it's the best day of the year for sure.
But just remember, right? Kids aren't just for Christmas; they're for all.
Yeah, tell me about it.